Hey everyone, this video is perfect for you if melee is your preferred combat style in old school RuneScape and if you just finished Dragon Slayer 2 to kill Vorkath for some money. So let's get straight into it. For the recommended stats, I would say around 80s is enough, but obviously the higher you have, the better. Personally, I have around 90s and 81 defense. Keep in mind that as you increase your stats, your kill times will also be quicker, and that means that you'll be making more money. For the recommended equipment, just take the best melee setup that you have. Personally, I have bandaged chestplate and tassets with ferocious gloves, dragon boots, an imbued berserker ring, salve amulet, enchanted and imbued from the quest, and with points from the nightmare zone. This is a very good amulet for Vorkath because it increases your accuracy and damage by 20%. So it's a huge upgrade. Fire Cape, Ancient Blessing, Dragon Defender, and Dragon Hunter Lens. I also have the Native Snod Base Guard from the Fremennik Exiles quest. If you cannot afford this kind of equipment, then cheaper options would be Barrow's Armor. And for weapons, the Dragon Hunter Lance is the best option, but because of its price, it's also viable to use something like the Osmumtim's Fang or the Samarakian Hasta. They are also very solid and far cheaper options than the lance. However, I would say that if you had to decide between armor and weapons, definitely try to get the lance. You need to complete the spear or the hasta part of the barbarian training before you can use this. But yeah, once you get that done, once you get the lance, it's definitely the best weapon you can use for meleeing Vorkath. As for my inventory, I like to have 4 prayer potions. You can also maybe manage with 3 if your prayer level is higher than mine. I only have 70 prayer, so I have 4. Then I have 1 extended anti-venom, 1 super combat potion, and then 1 extended super anti-fire. I also have a bunch of manta ray, 1 anglerfish for overeating, overhealing at the beginning of the fight. I also have a slayer staff and a ring of dueling for teleportation to the Ferox enclave, and a rune pouch. And before we start the fight, there's a little thing I want to say about woox walking. So if you want to be efficient with your kills, you definitely want to woox walk. You can enable a couple of plugins in RuneLight. Tile indicators, this is the one. And you want to turn on highlight true tile. And I'm going to explain to you guys how to woox walk very shortly. So you kind of want to place manta ray here, and you want to walk here like this. And imagine that this manta ray is Vorkath. You want to click on that, and now you see the blue tile here. So when you move your character, the blue tile moves, right? And you want to walk here. Where I have this yellow tile like this. Make sure that the blue tile walks here. And then you do this kind of ping pong thing, you know, where you make the blue tile move like this next to the manta ray, and then next to the yellow tile here, back and forth like this. So this is basically woox walking. And you want to do the same thing here when you are fighting Vorkath. You would do the exact same thing here. So you just click somewhere here, and then like this. And this is how you woox walk. And I will show you how you can use this when you are fighting the boss, okay? So what do I do before the fight begins? I eat my anglerfish for extra HP. I chug my potions. I have my prayer set up on protect from magic. I don't know why I have this here. and yeah, then the fight starts. And what you want to kind of do here is that you just keep an eye on Vorkath and what he's doing. And he has a couple of special attacks that he can do. The first one is here. He freezes me, and he spawns that kind of the zombified spawn. You just wanna use your Slayer staff, have it on auto cast. And this is the part of the fight where Vorkath uses his acid spit attack. And the idea with woox walking, as I said earlier, is that, you know, you kind of want to imagine that the yellow tiles on the ground that I made are like a wall, and then you just want to ping pong your character back and forth in a way that the blue tile goes from the yellow tile to the rightmost tile next to Vorkath. And yeah, just look at how I do it in the video, and yeah, it did require some practice for me too to get it down, but once you understand how it works, then yeah, it's pretty simple. Here he did the zombified spawn attack again, so he freezes me, and then I swap to my Slayer staff. I use Crumble Undead on the zombified spawn, it dies, and I continue on with the kill. And here what you saw was Vorkath doing his fireball attack, where he spews a huge fireball out of his mouth. And when he does this, as soon as you see him do it, just move 2 tiles away from where the fireball is going to land, and you should be okay. If you don't dodge this attack, it will hit you up to 60 hit points. So yeah, it's really important that you get this down. So nothing crazy really going on here. Okay, he freezes me. I swap to the Slayer staff, and if you also noticed something I did here, I switched off my prayer to save some prayer points. And now I just DPS him. If there is ever a moment you feel like you gotta eat, then it's after he freezes you, and you know, when you kill the zombified spawn thing. You can also heal if you're, let's say, below 32 hit points or at 32 hit points, because Vorkath tends to sometimes hit you with some pretty big numbers, especially with his range attacks. So I'm just gonna eat here for safety's sake. And yeah, he also hits sometimes really hard with his melee. You see here, he did the fireball. I dodged that. Turn off my prayer to save some points. Kill the spawn. Turn on my prayer and eat a manta ray. And equip my dragon hunter lance back on, and here I am. Probably gonna... Oh shit. Okay. Almost ran out of prayer points, but we got it in the bag. Nice. But anyways, after you are done with your trip, then just use the Phyrex Enclave teleport. Go and drink from the pool of refreshment, and loot with the stuff you got to your bank. Like that. And then you can just get your supplies back up. Like this. Teleport to house. And then you can do that again. If this video helped you, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want similar kind of content like this. Thank you, bye bye.